I think people don't even realize how big this is going to be.
There's real value floating, like get your hands dirty.
Acala network, once known as the best Polkadot parachain. It was sold to us as the #1 leader in the Polkadot ecosystem. Acala topped the list when the auctions first launched on Polkadot. They won the very first auction with over 32 million DOT being contributed to their crowd loan. But in August 2022, the unfortunate happened. An Acala exploit which allowed hackers to mint AUSD on the newly launched IBTC AUSD pair at the time. The event devastated the Acala community of investors. Most were looking for someone to blame, and they looked at none other than the team.
There's good lessons to be learned. The team can come out stronger, before the hack as well.
The price of AUSD, Acala stablecoin, started collapsing as days went by and the community lost trust. There were some swings here and there, but overall, it was dead in its tracks. Both Dan and Betty from Acala tried to convince the community, it will come back, give us more time.
So there's also the market value of AUSD. And right now the market value is low, so this is running at a discount, right? And one of the reasons for that is the inequilibrium post-incident.
Later down the line, Brian Chen, CTO of Acala, had tried to pass the blame towards Polkadot in an interview, that they failed to help them, but can we blame them?
Unless you say it's Acala's fault, which is we asked for Polkadot to help and Polkadot failed to help us.
I wonder what Gavin would have to say about that.
The expectations have remained the same. The reality is that the expectations are increasingly not met.
Acala have since removed the USD and launched a new stablecoin called ACID. You don't hear as much about them as you used to, but they're still around. Could this major scandal with the bug have affected Polkadot itself, or are the two totally unrelated? I'm not so sure. Remember that Acala was considered a top L1 on Polkadot. It was the most promoted across the board compared to other layer 1 blockchains. They invested the most in marketing and even had large influencers as investors, since those large influencers did videos about Acala at the time and not other L1s, so you gotta question it.
Now, Acala deems itself as the ultimate decentralized finance network and liquidity hub for Polkadot.
DeFi protocol known as Acala won the first Polkadot parachain auction.
But even though DOT has been underperforming compared to other major blockchains out there, the development is at its peak. While Polkadot had been through some rough times with Acala, it's working hard to push above and beyond, scrap the existing parachain auction model, and launch core time to allow dev teams to purchase lease as soon as they want and for how long they want. But what is Polkadot missing? Which is the key ingredient that could help it come out of the bubble and be on everyone's radar?
We don't really
Should we see airdrops launch on Polkadot to replace the previous crowd loan rewards from the auction model? Could this be the key to Polkadot's success beyond just the tech? Could this drive its monetary value up?
Yeah, the price would be $5. Slowly climbing up from $3, $3.40, $3.45. And it gets to like $5, and then the last 60 seconds it'd be like 10, 15, 50, 500. It's like, okay, right.
Or should we just wait for institutions to invest in Polkadot? Perhaps enterprises are the key. Perhaps Polkadot needs a DOT ETF to open the gates to those enterprises. Whatever the outcome, Polkadot has a good chance at success if they play their cards right and if they find that balance to keep their investors happy.